In case you...
The story of Dorothy Moulter for the canoe area next year, banning motors and snowmobiles from areas where they've always been allowed. And the changes threaten the lifestyle of Dorothy Moulter, the last permanent resident of the BWCA. At 76, Moulter doesn't want to leave her island home, and her thousands of friends, many of whom have been bringing her supplies, want her to stay. The story now from Barb Brown.
It's usually so quiet here you can hear the bees work. And anyone who's lived on an island here for 50 years would normally be considered a recluse. But a recluse Dorothy Moulter is not, at least during the summers when each day hundreds of canoers stop in to buy her homemade root beer and to listen.
Trout is a fast fish. He likes a fast moving bait.
This 76-year-old's bright blue eyes sparkle with the wit and wisdom of one who meets 6,000 people each year. People from around the country and around the world. She asks them to sign her book. She remembers those who've been through before.
What's the name of my town? Where are we from?
Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Oh. Had a young fellow come up from Springfield, Illinois one time. He caught, I think, a 26-pound northern. I kept it down here for him in the ice house.
Dorothy was a nurse in Chicago when the Depression hit and jobs became scarce. She'd come here on vacations with her father, then stayed to care for the island's ailing owner. He died, she stayed.
After that, after I had to stay a few extra years, well then, kind of got in the blood, you might say. Then didn't want to go. If you folks are looking for root beer, look in the red cooler. And there's an opener hanging by the litter bag. And it's all root beer, no matter what the bottle says.
Dorothy needs 400 pounds of sugar for the root beer she starts making each day at 7 a.m. She also needs extract and fountain syrup. Each year, her ducks go through 600 to 700 pounds of corn. She puts out 500 pounds of seed for her birds. Friends from Babbitt and Ely have been glad to motor or snowmobile her supplies in. Next year, with the new restrictions, that could change. And an effort to preserve the wilderness threatens to destroy a legend. But Dorothy's more worried about the fishermen. She says many are older and won't be able to paddle in.
Oh, I'll miss a lot of them. They always stop in, have their coffee, and a little conversation.
No matter what happens, motors or no motors, Dorothy says she's going to stay. And you know, you've just got to believe her.
I think they'll let me use my motor for supplies. But I need help.
That help will probably come from Dorothy's friends, including snowmobile club members, DNR workers, and fishing guides. They're confident they'll be allowed permits to supply her. They believe you can't stop Dorothy Moulter. But then, who'd want to try? With photographer Gordon Bartouche, Barb Brown, WCCO Television News, Isles of Pines, in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area.
Well, it looks like we're in for another warm weather session. Dr. Walt Lyons will have that, and then we'll take in some of the festivities at today's River Revival, a celebration of the Mississippi River.